Making yogurt with your Instant Pot. So you start with about 8 cups of milk. I just use regular 2% milk. You go to your yogurt setting and then go down to the temperature and change it to high. Then it'll start the boiling process. Once the boiling's done, it shuts down, and then you just have to make sure that the temperature of the milk is now around 180 degrees. And it is pretty close. If it was under 171, I'd probably put it in another boil. So then you have to take it out and let it sit until the temperature goes down to 110. That's close enough. So we can start taking some out and putting it in a separate bowl. And then once we have a bit set aside, we can put in our yogurt or our yogurt starter powder. Whichever one you use is fine. You can get these at most health stores. They're usually kept in the fridge. I'm going to use regular Greek yogurt because I have some on hand, and it ends up being a little bit cheaper to do it this way. So you put about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Nothing's really measured here. It's just the way it is. But I do have a recipe if anyone wants to follow the actual recipe. So once you put your yogurt in there, you just whisk it. You would do the same with the powder. So whisk it until it's all mixed up. And then you will take that liquid and put it in the Instant Pot. And then you're just going to want to mix it around a bit so that everything is mixed in properly. Then you're going to return this pot to the Instant Pot, and you're going to set it to, you got to close the lid first. Set it to, you go to your yogurt setting and then change the temperature to medium. And then you set it for about 11 hours. Once it's done, you put it in the fridge and let it cool. These have already cooled, so I can start transferring them to my strainer. If you do like more of a runny yogurt, you can leave it as is. Maybe whisk it up so it's not clumpy. I like Greek yogurt, so I strain it. This is a fine mesh. It came with a yogurt maker that I used to have, and it's pretty good. And then I have this other one that's more, it's not as fine of a mesh, so it strains quicker and you get like a thicker yogurt out of it, but you do lose a bit of yogurt compared to the finer mesh. So you can start transferring it to your strainer. I just put in as much that fits in there. You don't want to go too much above where the strainer lines are. And then the liquid will start straining out, and that is your whey, yogurt whey. So this liquid, you can actually keep it to put in your recipes, in your soup, your smoothie. You can replace some of the liquid in your recipes with some of this, and it adds some extra nutrients. So after a bit of time, you see there's more that's strained out. The yogurt's getting a bit thicker, but it's not quite there, so we're gonna wait a bit longer. Now it's getting pretty thick. It's a little clumpy, but we'll fix that. And then this is the liquid that came out so far. With this one, you can tell the liquid is a bit thicker because there's more like yogurt that kind of came out with it. So yeah, this one's a bit thicker already. Now I've whisked it a bit so it looks a lot creamier. So I put it in this container. It's pretty much good to go. Look at that. It's beautiful. Got even more in here. So what you can do is, if you have like a thicker liquid, you can strain it again if you have a finer mesh. You might get another like tablespoon or so of yogurt. That's up to you. So yeah, that's how you strain your yogurt. And this is what we got. So when your yogurt's done, you can just mix it with some honey or maple syrup for sweetness, and add some fruit, have some granola. You can add it to recipes and it works great. You can even replace sour cream with this. It tastes about the same, but it's healthier. And that's it.